A big city prosecutor who made sweeping allegations of racism after she was indicted by the Department of Justice was convicted today on charges relating to a false mortgage application. Marilyn Mosby, the former Baltimore city state attorney, was found guilty just hours ago by a Maryland jury on 2 counts of perjury. The jury finished its deliberations in less than 5 hours after getting the case early this morning. Mosby was accused of trying to illegally use a COVID exception designed to help people cope with the pandemic. She allegedly withdrew money from her City of Baltimore retirement fund, which she wouldn't have otherwise had access to without paying penalties, then purchased 2 vacation homes in Florida, one of which was an 8-bedroom mansion near Disney World. But Mosby tried to convince the public that the case wasn't really about that. Instead, according to Baltimore's, at that time, top prosecutor, it was really about racism. It was about a black woman who angered the wrong people by upending the status quo. And because she was making too much progress, they decided to come after her. Days after Mosby was charged, she sat down with Joy Reid on MSNBC, where she made sweeping claims of racism.
I expected as a state's attorney that, fighting for racial justice in the criminal justice system, fighting to end mass incarceration in a state where you have the largest sort of incarceration of black people in the entire nation, I understood that I was going to get pushback. I never expected the lawsuits, and I never expected to be on this side of the fence when the only thing that I'm attempting to do is to provide equal justice to all, regardless of race, sex, religion, and occupation.
But Mosby's claims never quite added up. This was Merrick Garland's DOJ coming after her. They wanted to stop her progress for equal justice? It never made sense. So instead, she trotted out the tried and true Republican boogeyman in an effort to get left-leaning MSNBC viewers on her side.
I have fought Donald Trump, who said I needed to be prosecuted. I have fought against William Barr, who called me a rogue prosecutor. I have fought against my Republican governor, who doesn't agree with my policies. I know I've been through it all. I am built for this, Joy. And so I understand the shoulders that I stand on, and I'm ready to fight. I know I've done nothing wrong.
Donald Trump and William Barr had nothing to do with her case. The case was brought on President Biden and Attorney General Garland's watch. But Mosby threw out words like racism and Trump because she figured they'd be catnip to MSNBC and like-minded viewers. But she was playing fast and loose with some really dangerous claims. It didn't matter. There was absolutely nothing to suggest that she was the target of racism. Her goal was to position herself as a crusader for racial justice and a victim of a racist system she was trying to upend.
I have done things as a prosecutor that a lot of other prosecutors have not done in this country, whether that is holding police accountable when a lot of other prosecutors in this country would not do so, whether that is ending the war on drugs, which we know was a war on black people in the city of Baltimore. I've gotten lawsuits, OIG investigations, state ethics investigations. They've been coming for my law license since I charged those officers in Freddie Gray.
And worse than Mosby's broad allegations of racism and victimhood were her more targeted allegations of corruption against one particular prosecutor named Leo Wise, who at one time was the lead prosecutor in the case against her. Mosby's attorney made a motion to have Wise thrown off the case, alleging he was biased because he donated to the campaigns of 2 of her opponents back in 2018. He did contribute to those campaigns, about $100 each, but they were both Democrats. They weren't Republicans with starkly different agendas. Why would they want to stall her progress? That claim was quickly rejected by the judge in the case, who did not allow Mosby's team to make the racism argument in court. And when she was left to argue the merits of the case, well, today we saw what happened. Look, I didn't follow the case closely enough to have a strong opinion about the legal merits of the case itself. The jury did. But what I knew from the beginning was that her racism rhetoric, particularly coming from a law enforcement official, was just downright dangerous and unsupported, almost certainly a lie. And today, a jury of 12 men and women from a highly diverse community population is nearly 50% black, determined she did lie. And now she will have to pay a price for those lies. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.